Hi friends, it is Monday and today's video, I'm just writing the date, today's video is for Monday, April 20th. I just want to write this so you can see it. And we're going to do some reading today and fill out some chart, so I have it all ready. So I'm bringing back the book, What is Pollination? And we're going to continue to focus on each individual insect, okay? So let me go ahead by reading about bees. And then what we're going to do is we are going to fill out our handy dandy chart. Now I know it's a little ripped, but it's I'm going to explain it and then we'll figure it out together, okay? So I'm going to go to the section about bees. This page focuses on honeybees, and this page focuses on bumblebees. So I want you to listen as I read, and then afterwards we're going to fill out our chart and answer some questions about bees in general, okay? Okay. The heading says, bees are the best. There are thousands of kinds of bees, but the honeybee is the most important pollinator. Honeybees are social insects. Social insects live together in groups called colonies. Each bee colony lives in a hive, which is its home. Bees collect nectar and pollen from flowers. They pollinate many kinds of fruit trees as well as vegetable plants. They also make honey, which people eat. So that's this page. Now we're going to read about bumblebees. The bumblebee is another kind of bee pollinator. There are about 250 species of bumblebees. Bumblebees have big furry bodies. Like honeybees, bees live in colonies of 150 to 200 bees. Bumblebees make their nests underground. The tongues of some bumblebees are short and others are long. The long-tongued bees are important pollinators of many plants such as beans, tomatoes, and clover. So, here's what we know about bees. Let's go to our chart and I'm going to describe what we're going to do today. So I hope you can see it. So I made a little mistake on the side, but I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So throughout the next couple of days, we're going to do bees one day, another insect another day, and then another insect the next day. So we have 1, 2, 3. Up here says type, T-Y-P-E, like the type of insect. This box says, I'm going to bring it closer, why this pollinator is attracted to pollen. So we're going to ask ourselves, why is a bee attracted to pollen? Next one. What body structure or what on their body supports pollination? How does it help them pollinate? And the last one says how this pollinator moves pollen from one place to another. So I'm going to go ahead, pull up my notes. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so we learned, let me go back. Okay, so the first question is, why is this pollinator, so why are bees attracted to pollen? So let's go back. Each bee lives in a hive, which is called home. Bees collect nectar and pollen from flowers. So the question was, why is this pollinator attracted to pollen? So I'm going to say, why are they attracted to pollen? Because they like to, and they are going to, collect nectar and pollen from flowers. So that's what's attracting them. That's what's making them want to go there. They want nectar and they want that pollen, right? So here's what I wrote. Right here, next to bees, underneath the chart. They like to collect nectar and pollen from the flowers. Okay, so that's just bees. And I got them right from the text. Let's go to number 2. What body structure supports pollination? What on their body helps them pollinate from one place to another? Let me go ahead and help me with my notes for a second. Okay, so I know one thing right off the bat. I know on their bodies, pollen sticks to their fur, right? They're hairy bodies. Actually, I don't really think it's fur. I think it is. I think we say hairy bodies. So I'm going to write on here that I know their hairy bodies support pollination. Now there's one other thing we just learned about. Also, on their bodies, what body structure that helps pollination is there? Tongue, right? Some of them have very long tongues and some of them have short tongues. So I'm going to write tongues. Let me look up my wording. Their long tongues support pollination. Okay, I'm going to show you. Here's my chart. Body structure that helps support pollination, bees, is their hairy bodies and their long tongues. Let's go to the last one. How does this pollinator move pollen? Well, what do you guys think? How do they actually do it? Once they get it from their body, how does this pollinator move it to other either flowers, or how do they move the pollen? Well, they move it with their bodies. How do they do that? Because they carry it from flower to flower. So here's what we know about bees so far. First, Miss Palmer went to the book, What is Pollination? We opened up to the section Bees Are the Best, page 16. So I opened up to page 16. I read one page on honeybees, one page on bumblebees, and now we're answering questions. Let's go through them again. Now I know my paper's ripped, but we're gonna manage. Okay, so this is the lesson for Monday, April 20th. First question was, why is this pollinator attracted to pollen? Why are bees attracted to pollen? We know they collect nectar and pollen from flowers. We know that they actually, they're attracted to pollen and they collect nectar from that. Next question, which part of their body collects and supports pollination? We know their hairy bodies, and we also know their long tongue, because it can get right in there to get the nectar, right? And the last question was, how does this pollinator move pollen? Well, they carry it on their bodies from flower to flower. Okay, so here's our little chart that Miss Palmer made, our little table. And I would like to share with you that in the next upcoming days, we are going to learn about, today is bees. Tomorrow we will also be talking about bees. Let me just get my notes. We will be doing butterflies and moths, and then we will be doing wasps and flies. Okay, let me just go back to my notes to make sure I have everything all together. Great. So here's what we're going to do each day. What we're going to do is Miss Palmer's going to read a section, and then we're going to go over our insects, our different types of insects, and then like butterflies and moths, wasps and flies, and oh, I forgot also beetles. So we will also be doing that. Okay? And each time in the book, each time we read, there's always information on each one. Like, look, here's butterflies and moths. Here's wasps and flies. And here are beetles. So we're going to answer questions each time, okay? But for today, since I modeled the table and we went through it, we're going to go ahead and have you do a drawing, okay? And all the instructions will be on Seesaw. hopefully you guys are able to imagine their bodies. We talked about their hairy bodies. We talked about their long tongues. I'm going to just show you a close picture so you can visualize bees. Can you see this? Yeah? What about this one? Okay. And also use pictures from the internet or any resources before you draw if you need help, okay? All right, friends, so you're going to get started on Seesaw and do your best work. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.